The Rugby Africa Cup 2024 will be hosted in Uganda, and of course it's high time we become excited about something of this nature. On Sunday, the Rugby 15 were officially flagged off to participate in this tournament that is scheduled to kickstart off on the 20th at the Nelson Mandela National Stadium, and of course it will be heading out to the 28th of this very month. The two arenas that will be holding the tournament will be the Nelson Mandela National Stadium and of course Wankulukuku as well, having the various participants that will be taking charge. Now, at the Babans in Jinja is where the 28th team that will be representing the Rugby 15 of Uganda was officially flagged off on Sunday. We now sit down with the captain of the Rugby 15s, Ivan Magomu, to understand how prepared the team is, what this really means for us as a country, for the rugby fraternity, and for all the well-wishers. And in general, what does it mean to Ugandan sport and, of course, the country at large. A very warm welcome, Ivan, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Okay.
It's an honor to have me here.
Pleasure's mine. First, take us through what is the mood of the players, or what is the mood like in the camp?
The players are excited. You know, it's a big tournament. We've gone through proper preparations as a team. We were in camp just over a week back, trying to prepare for the Africa Cup, and it went really well. And you know, with preparation comes confidence. So we are really confident. The mood is high up there, and we can't wait for Saturday.
And one would ask, how many countries do we have taking part in this edition?
We have 8 countries coming.
Okay.
Should I mention them?
Please.
Yes, we have, of course, the hosts Uganda. We have Kenya.
Okay.
We have Algeria. We have Namibia. We have Zimbabwe, Senegal, Ivory Coast, and Burkina Faso.
And what we do know so far is that Uganda is taking up Zimbabwe in the first game, and it looks a tricky game because it's, on paper it's a 50-50 because of the old rivalry. How prepared are you for this one, and what does it mean if we win, and what next? If we lose, what next? And that is not something we are hoping for.
Yes, it's going to be a tricky one because they used the rankings from the last World Cup qualifiers. So we had Namibia go, Kenya finished second, Algeria were third, Zimbabwe were fourth, and were fifth. Okay. So you know, it's a bit of close, and if you look at the rankings, they're not really far away from us. So it's going to be tough. Okay. I know. They've got really experienced players. We respect that. Most playing in Europe and down in SA. But we believe in our style of play. We believe we shall bring it home. Yes, it's a knockout tournament. When we beat Zimbabwe, we have Namibia next in our path. Beat Namibia, then through to the finals. So it's a knockout phase. Unluckily, if you don't make it, if you don't win, then you go for the playoff for positions, yes.
Now, let's look at the players in the squad, the 28 players. I just want us to focus on some of the new faces that we are likely to have in the team.
Yes.
Because that is something that is also going to have many of the rugby fans anticipating to go and catch these games. What are some of those faces that are new to the team this time out?
We have Jones Kamiza. We have Arnold Ochen. These are young players. Kamiza is from the Pirates, first calling, first chance, and he made the team. Arnold Ochen made the team, looking really good. We also have new faces. We have those on the reserve. There's one called Robin from Entebbe Mongas. Really exciting young fellas. It's a blend of both experienced players and young players, you know. The union, I believe, and management is not only looking at this tournament, but future of Uganda rugby.
Okay. Now, we are changing the playing toughs, I should say, for now, because the last time the 15th played for the national team, I'll also stand to be corrected, was at the Kings Park Arena. Now we are having a focus on the newly refurbished Nelson Mandela National Stadium with a new, better turf, I should say.
Yes.
Will it in any way affect the team, or you're already prepared for that mentally?
We are prepared for that mentally, you know.
Okay.
Good facilities at Namboole. We thank the government for, you know, doing that, improving the stadium and thinking about rugby.
Yes.
We want to expand the sport to new audiences. You look at now Wankulukuku, there's barely any rugby the other side of town. So I think the union has been looking at spreading the game to new audiences. We could have new fans coming in. Yeah, not lots of pressure. We are playing at home, so I don't think the stadium
yes,
matters really.
You know, and you've mentioned something to do with the home advantage, Ivan. Now
Yes.
let's look at our preparation levels
Yes.
in regards to winning, because we are expecting to at least make the finals or walk away with everything. In case we win, and hoping we do, what will this mean to Uganda, and what is ahead of us after winning?
Yes, you mentioned about the preps.
Yes.
The VP Technical mentioned that this is one of the best prepared teams in a very long time, and yes, it's really true. Back in the days, we'd only prepare for a tournament for a month or so and go into it, but this time the union has been able to send us down to camp and put in lots of preparation. Yes, the tournament route is, we are preparing for its preparations for the 2027 World Cup. We win the tournament, we are in a better position next year to qualify.
All right.
Yes.
And well, besides that, what would be your final message, one, to the fans and to the government ahead of this competition? Because we have so many rugby fans in the country. The sport has attracted quite a number of supporters, right from schools, and then the alumni, and then now we also have other fans that have jumped on ship. What would be the message, your final message to them and even to the players?
Final message to the fans is please come in huge numbers. Let's unite. We are playing at home.
Okay.
Come back, the boys. We've done whatever we could do within our means to prepare ourselves and see that we put the happy faces on, we bring those smiles on their faces. To the government, support the rugby cranes, support the players. They are the main core product. Most of the times we forget about the players. So yes, the government should come and support the rugby cranes that are in camp. It will boost our morale and yeah, make sure we bring it home.
Again, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And there you have it, Ivan Magomu, who is the captain of the Rugby 15s. Now, this tournament is going to be a knockout tournament where the loser will definitely be eliminated ultimately. And even on the semi-finals, so we wait to see who qualifies, as Uganda will be taking on Zimbabwe, which will be one of those games to look out for on the 20th of this very month for the Rugby 15th Africa Cup of Nations. There you have it, and I'm Gerald Paul Sonko, UBC News.